In this video, we are going to discuss about introduction to exception handling in Python. Mainly there are three types of errors are there. So we can classify errors into three types. They are, first one is syntax error. We can call syntax error as compile time error also. Second one is logical error, syntax error or compilation time error. Second one is logical error. Third one is exception. So first one is syntax error or compilation error. So they will occur due to the syntactic mistakes. Let us take a statement. So print of I. Print of I. So whenever this statement is executed, then the message hi will be displayed. Instead of print, let us assume that we have written like this, print within the quotation hi. So whenever this statement is executed, then what will happen is this is nothing but some syntactic mistake. In place of print, we have uses print. So some compilation time error will be displayed. So we got this error because of syntax mistake. Okay. So this is called as syntax error or compilation time error. Second one is logical error. So logical error will occur due to the mistake in the logic. So let us assume that we have a statement like this, a is equal to 10 whereas b is equal to 20. Now our aim is we want to perform addition on two numbers. Okay, but instead of addition we have performed the subtraction. So we'll get result as minus 10. But actually our intention is we have to produce addition as the result. Okay. So this is called as logical error. So logical error occurs due to the logical mistake. Okay. Third one is exception. So in this video we are going to discuss about exception only. So what is exception and how to handle the exceptions. Exception means it is a runtime error. Exception is a runtime error which will occurs during program execution. During program execution. So compilation or syntactic error will occur during the program compilation, whereas logical error will occur during the program execution. Exception means it is a runtime error which will occur during the program execution. Whenever an exception occurs, then the program will be abnormally terminated. The program will be abnormally terminated. Let we have a program which contains totally 50 statements. Let our program contains 50 statements. Let 10th statement of our program is like this, print of 10 by 0. Let the statement is 10th statement of the program. So print of 10 by 0. So this instruction is called as division by 0. Division by 0. So whenever the statement is executed, then what will happen is the program will be abnormally terminated. So that means totally the program has 50 statements. So remaining statements are 40 statements. So remaining 40 statements are not executed. That is the problem with the exception. So if we want to maintain normal flow of the program, if we want to execute the remaining 40 statements also, then we have to handle the exceptions. So exceptions are mainly useful in order to maintain normal flow of the program. In order to execute all the statements of the program, then we need to handle the exceptions. Okay. Now let us see how to handle the exceptions. So here what is the problem? Whenever there is an exception, then the remaining statements in the program are not executed. Whenever exception statement is executed, then the program will be terminated. So remaining statements are not executed. So the program execution will be disturbed. If we want to maintain the normal flow of the program, if we want to execute the remaining statements also, we have to handle the exception. Now let us see how to handle the exceptions. We can handle exceptions mainly by using four keywords. The first keyword is try keyword, second keyword is catch, third one is not catch, second one is except, third one is else, fourth one is finally. So we can handle the exceptions by using these four keywords: try keyword, except keyword, else keyword, and finally keyword. Here else and finally are optional. It is our choice. We can use or we can't use. According to our requirement, we can use else and finally. Whereas these two are compulsory. First, let us see what is the advantage of the try. Try contains a list of statements that may generate an exception. What is try? It contains a list of statements, that may generate an exception. That may generate an exception. Suppose if there is a possibility of executing a statement as exception, then we have to place that statement in the try block. Okay. So try block contains a list of statements that may generate an exception. We know that division by zero instruction, division by zero statement may cause an exception. So we have to place those sort of statements in the try block. So if there is a possibility of exception by executing that statement, then we need to place those statements in the try block. So whenever an exception is raised in the try block, then that exception will be thrown to the catch block, except block. Okay. So whenever there is an exception in the try block, then that exception will be thrown to the except block. So except block contains a list of statements. It also contains a list of statements that handle the exception. In C++, Java, in C#, we use catch, whereas in Python programming, we use except. Except is just like catch block that we use in C++, Java, C#. So it contains a list of statements that handle the exception. So whenever an exception occurs in the try block, that exception will be thrown to the except block. So except block handle the exception. Now let us see what is the use of else block. If there is no exception, then what will happen is else block will get executed. So else block will get executed if there is no exception. If there is an exception, then except block will get executed. If there is no exception, then else block will get executed. So else block also contains a list of statements, and those statements are executed if there is no exception. And finally block always gets executed irrespective of exception. Always gets executed irrespective of exception or no exception. Okay. So finally block always gets executed if there is no exception or no exception. Now let us see an example program based on these four: try, except, else, and finally. Okay. Let us see the program. First, let us read two numbers from the keyboard. So a is equal to int of input of. Let us read two numbers. Enter a value. Let us read the second number from the keyboard. B is equal to int of input of, enter b value. Here our target is we want to perform division operation. Okay. By executing that statement, there is a possibility that we may get the exception. Why? Because if we give denominator value as 0, then it is an exception statement. So we have to place that statement in the try block. Okay. Why? Because try block contains a list of statements that may generate an exception. Okay. So the syntax for the try is very, very simple. Try colon. Okay. So what is the statement here? C is equal to A by B. Next, simply display the C value. So print C. Now let us write except. What is except? It contains a list of statements that handle the exception. Okay. Let us write the body here. Print exception raised. Exception raised. Okay. There is an exception in the try block. So that's why this statement, this block got executed. Next, else. Else, let us write the statement print when else executed, else block will get executed if there is no exception. So no exception. No exception. Now last one, finally. Finally block always gets executed if there is an exception or no exception. So let us display the message as print program ends. Now let us see the program execution. Enter A value, enter B value. Let A value is 10, B value is 2. So first try block will get executed. C is equal to A by B. So what is the result of 10 by 2? 5.0. Okay. Print of C. So we will get result as 5.0. Print of C means that value will be printed. Here there is no exception. Okay. So except block won't execute. So if there is no exception, then what will happen is the control will be transferred to the else block. Why? Because we know that this else block will get executed if there is no exception. So what is the body in else? No exception. So we will get output as no exception, as well as next statement is finally. Finally always gets executed. So program ends. So we will get this output. Okay. Now let us run the program one more time. Let A value is 10, B value is 0. Next try C is equal to 10 by 0. So 10 by 0 means exception. So whenever there is an exception, that exception will be thrown to the except block. That exception will be thrown to the except block. Now except block will get executed. What is the message here? What is the message here? Exception raised. Exception raised. So this statement will get executed. Next here, else block won't get executed. Why? Because else block will get executed if there is no exception. But here we have an exception. So else block won't get executed, and finally always gets executed. So we will get output as program ends. So we will get these 2 lines as the output, whereas here we will get these 3 lines as the output. So in this way we can handle the exceptions in Python programming. In the future videos we will discuss some more topics on the exception handling. Now let us see the program execution. Now let us see the program execution. Let us read 2 numbers from the keyboard. A is equal to int of input of enter A value. Enter A value. Next B is equal to int of input of enter B value. Enter B value. Now within the try, place the statement C is equal to A by B. Now display the result print of C. Next, except block. Except. Let us display some message print exception raised. So there is an exception in the try block. So that's why this statement has executed. Next, else block, print no exception. No exception. And the last one is finally. Finally, print program ends. Now let us save the program. Let name of the program is EX. Let us run it. Let A value is 10, B value is 20. So we got result as 5.0. There is no exception. So that's why else block got executed. No exception. And finally block always gets executed. So program ends. Now let us run the program one more time. A value 10. Let B value is 0. Now what will happen? 10 by 0 means it is an exception statement. So directly control goes to the except block. Okay. The result won't get printed. Okay. Control goes to the except block. So what is the statement there? Exception raised. Next else block won't get executed, and finally block will get executed. So exception raised, program ends. So in this way, we can write the programs based on the exceptions.